I'm here with some information today to help you figure out marginal and total opportunity cost. That can be a tricky concept because it asks you to think about what you've given up as opposed to a monetary cost or price, which is sometimes what people think of when they hear the word cost. So, this is a concept that's related to scarcity, this idea that we have limited resources and unlimited wants. In 1.4, you see this chart that shows you five different possible combinations of goods and services that an economy can produce. So you've got combinations A, B, C, D, and E. You could make all corn, in which case you'd have 4 units of corn but no houses. Or you could make all houses, in which you'd have 30 houses and no units of corn. Or you could have some combination in between. But this economy can't make any more than that because of scarcity. They have limited resources. So if they make more of one thing, they have to make less of something else. And that item that they're giving up in order to produce corn or houses is their opportunity cost. It's what's given up in order to make whatever it is that they choose to make. So if I take this chart and I put it into a graph, I end up with something that looks like this. So it's this kind of downward sloping curve. I've got possibility A up here, which would be 4 units of corn and 0 houses. Possibility E down here, which would be 0 units of corn and 30 houses, or possibilities B, C, and D in the middle here. So what we're saying is that this economy can't produce out here on the right side of that production possibilities curve. It's impossible because of scarcity. So anytime that they move from one point to another, they're making more of one thing, less of something else. So that less that they're making is the opportunity cost. When we look at 1.4, then it asks you for two different types of opportunity cost. It asks you for marginal and it asks you for total. The term marginal means a change in. So anytime we tack the word marginal in front of another word like costs or benefits, what that means is we're looking at a change in cost. So we're looking at incremental. What's the change on the margin? That's what a marginal cost is. So for example, if I go from making 3 units of corn to 4 units of corn, so possibility B to possibility A, in order to produce that fourth unit of corn, I'm having to give up all of the houses from possibility B. I go from making 10 houses to making 0. So what that means is in order to make that last unit of corn, that fourth unit of corn, I have to give up 10 houses in order to do that. So the resources that went into making houses are transferred over and are used to produce corn. Now, if I look all the way down at possibility E, where I've got 30 houses and 0 units of corn, that's where the total opportunity cost comes in. So marginal is looking at increments. Going from 3 to 4, my marginal opportunity cost was 10 total houses. But if I look at total to get to that 4 units of corn, how many houses total did I have to give up? Well, then I have to go all the way down here to possibility E. So I've got 0 units of corn at possibility E and 30 houses. In order to go from 0 units of corn to 4 units of corn, I have to go from 30 units of houses to 0. In other words, my total opportunity cost for all 4 units of corn is going to be 30 houses. If I'm just looking at my marginal, I have to look at my most recent change, going from 3 units to 4, in which case I'm going from 10 houses to 0. So that's my marginal. Looking at the total number of houses I give up, that would be 30 houses to make all 4 units of corn. Hopefully that helps. Keep in mind, we're talking here about what you give up, and this is related to production possibilities curve. Marginal is going to be the change in cost. Total is going to be the total opportunity cost of taking something on. If you've got further questions, let me know.